Hello, welcome to the News Agenda for November 9th, 2020. It's National Chaos Never Dies Day, except eventually it will, just like the universe. The heat death of the universe will eventually wrest the molecules and the quarks and all the particles in the universe free of all energy, leaving it an ever colder cosmological nothing for the rest of eternity. Good times. This is also Jordan Peterson's least favorite holiday. But it's also Carl Sagan Day. It's always a good idea to start rereading your copy of Demon Haunted World. Today's top news story is, of course, Joe Biden is now president-elect, unofficially. Donald Trump has refused to concede in the typical fashion of a presidential election contender. The president's lawyer, Rudy Giuliani, instead delivered the news of more like a metaphor, consisting of a press conference behind a lawn maintenance company in Philadelphia near an adult bookstore and a crematorium. There was a bar nearby named Patty's Pub, and a local resident and frequent contributor to Patty's Pub, Charlie Kelly, did offer to kill a rat. Mr. Giuliani was not harmed in the incident. The pretense of the press conference was the widespread voter fraud that they are insisting swayed the election. The conspiracy is that one of the best things that may have ever happened, one of the biggest conspiracies that may have ever happened. Consider this. Consider a vast multi-state conspiracy of several thousand individuals working to undermine the security of the electoral process with no documentation, no leaks, no witnesses, nothing. No other evidence, nothing. This just shows that the DNC and Joe Biden are superb organizers and coordinators. So that they could cause thousands of individuals to perform the simple task of just barely eking out an electoral college victory is truly, truly, truly breathtaking. As the election results came in through the weekend, Trump voters throughout the United States forgot that for the past month that they had been told that it would be a decent night for Trump, and mail-in ballots counted later would be overwhelmingly Democratic. Some reports say that the mind wipe signal broadcast on ONN, Newsmax, and Fox News was effective. When reached for comment via Ouija board, Donald Trump's father, Fred Trump, said that the one-term president was a loser. Harsh words from a harsh man. Speaking of things that also don't exist, Vice President Mike Pence, seen here wondering where mother is, announced this morning that a public-private project had helped develop a vaccine. This vaccine has a prevention rate of 90% for the coronavirus. While the tested vaccine does exist, the partnership does not. Pfizer introduced the vaccine. The company acted without government assistance, just like millions of Americans have had to do for the past several months. Also in the news, Housing and Urban Development Secretary Ben Carson has tested positive for coronavirus. Carson, seen here chanting a Zen-like piece that we were all jealous of when we hear Trump talk, is believed to have gotten the virus during election night at the party for President Trump. Dr. Carson disagrees with where he may have caught the virus. He hypothesized that it was one of the 74 million reluctant Biden voters sighing as they voted for him instead of Bernie. Dr. Carson is one of the few top officials who has stuck with Trump administration throughout the whole time. Carson says that this is because he did not want a short tenure, because jumping jobs is a bad look on a resume. Speaking of jumping ship, Secretary of Defense Mark T. Esper was fired today. He disagreed with the positions of the president, who floated the idea of using troops to control protests in the United States. Esper's replacement, Christopher C. Miller, is expected to have no such compunctions. So get ready, folks. Insurrection Act, Part 2. And finally, in Celebrity 2020 news, Jeopardy host Alex Trebek died Sunday at the age of 80 from pancreatic cancer. Millions of unfunny people made jokes about Sean Connery and Alex Trebek with their Jeopardy sketch during Saturday Night Live, including me. So that's the news agenda for today. I hope that was good. We'll see. I don't know. I'm excited. How are you? The news agenda is not going anywhere, but it might look a little different from here on out. I'm going to try and do things a little differently. Maybe improve my delivery. Maybe do things differently with the graphics. I don't have a lot of money to double down on time, tech, or costumes or whatever, and I only have a very small space. So I appreciate your patience, and I hope that what I can come up with is at least as entertaining as it's been so far. Maybe, hopefully better, hopefully much better, because I realize that me just sitting here is not the most exciting thing in the world. So, thank you to my patrons. Please remember to like, subscribe, and also remember, I love you.